Okay, now I've danced a little bit around the fact that I'm helping somebody with their baseball site. And I wasn't sure I was going to do this for a little while, but I like to be different. And you know what kind of bugs me about some of these SEO guys? When they talk about all their accomplishments, well, it's done up in a nice little package for you, isn't it? Some huge achievement they've done. Sometimes it's years old. I mean, come on, the golf collection's kind of old. How long is she going to stand behind that one? So, some of you, especially the ones just getting into this, the ones who aren't making the $50,000 a year plus, might be a little concerned about the Google sandbox. And here's the reason why all these SEO gurus tell you to waste your time with the long tail research. The Google sandbox, for those of you who haven't heard this term before, is this kind of place you go if you have a new website, or sometimes even if you have an existing website, but you want to rank on a new term, okay? It's a holdback. It's a holdback. A lot of people say, if it's a real competitive term, you can't rank in less than a year. Oh, come on. Do we really all believe that because a few people told us so? I mean, I kind of feel like some of these guys just want us to settle. Kind of do, you know, mediocrity's okay, isn't it? Or not. I mean, did anybody here who is successful risk everything just to settle? And for those of you just at the point where you're considering getting into this game, would you make that leap to settle? Would you make it for mediocrity? Or would you rather just kick Google's ass? Okay? I know I like kicking Google's ass. So, we've got a real-time experiment running with the baseball site. And we're taking it down Google's search engine results pages, the SERPs, Google SERPs. Okay, it's not a pretty process, by the way. Anybody who thinks that this is going to look like a nice linear line down to that page one, kidding themselves, okay? This is grueling. This takes commitment. You make a huge progress, and then you just stall out. You make some more progress, and then suddenly you do this and go back, okay? And this is why nobody likes to show it, because they get afraid, and they're not committed. But we're doing it, and we're going to do it in a public arena. So, if this is the kind of thing you'd like to watch, if you'd like to go find tips and techniques that go a little bit deeper than what I've shared with you already today, come join us on my blog, giantslayer.net. Okay, the first post is up, and we're going to show you where we're at on all 4 of the phrases we're going after. Today, I admit, I just had time to get up the first one where we're at. We're going to show you where we were, where we are. You're going to see where we're going. And as we move along, we're going to talk about why are we having success. If we have a setback, we'll talk about that too. But real time, and you're going to see it doesn't have to take forever to rank on Google. In fact, for our first phrase, softball gloves, today we're at number 63. Okay? 63. A month ago, well, the month ago you could barely register us on the Richter scale. Okay? We're moving it. We will continue to move it. And
hi, I just thought I'd stop by. It's been probably 10, 11 months since I did the presentation you've just been watching, and you're probably wondering, how do we do? Well, after just a few short months, really about 2 months from that point in time, we were on page 1 of Google for our first term, softball gloves, and we've held that term ever since. In fact, you could check that out right now. We'll do that in a second. And we're on page 1 for softball bats. We're at the top of page 2 for baseball gloves and baseball bats. But what's really important is the traffic that site's getting. So come with me, we'll take a quick look at the stats and the rankings, and you judge for yourself.
Okay, so the first of the terms we were going after was softball gloves. I've already typed that into Google here, and as you can see, we're number 3 for our first key term, and we've basically held a page 1 position for about 9 months. Now the other terms that we were working on, softball bats, we also have a page 1 position. Baseball gloves, which we're at position 11, so just a little bit more work there could get that to page 1, and baseball bats, which were above the fold on page 2. But you know, positions don't mean anything without targeted traffic. So what you really want to ask is, how do we do from a traffic perspective? Let's take a look. This is Google Analytics that we're running on this site. You can see that we're looking at Primetime Sporting Goods. And when I was first working with this site, we weren't getting much of any traffic. By the time I did the presentation at Yannick's seminar, we were getting about 150 visitors a day. Now where have we gone from there? Well, as you can see, right now this site is doing nearly 800 unique visitors a day. All free targeted traffic from the search engines. And guess what? It's not even baseball season yet. So I'm going to turn you back to the rest of the presentation. I just wanted to give you a quick update. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All of you can do this. It is not hard. It just takes knowing what works and working with it and applying yourself with a little discipline and a belief that you know you're doing the right things. So come join us. And with that, I'm going to do something else, if you thought that hadn't been weird enough already. I'm going to ask Yannick to kill the cameras. Ruh-roh. And the doors are already shut.